Hello guys, in this video I would like to show you our Boeing 737 flight simulator. We built it on it for like the last 5 years and it's working to almost like 95%. There are just very small things that are not working now. For example, the IRS unit, it's hooked up. The unit itself is working, but we need to program it into the flight simulator. But for now, I want to show you like all the things that we got working. Yeah, so let's start down here with the pedestal. So the pedestal is also like 95% completed. We are just missing the ADF panel over here, which we need to interface to the flight simulator as well. We start at the lower left corner. There we have the cockpit door surveillance system, and of course this is working, as you can see on the lower ECAS. When I press a button, it will display the cabin. We are working on the camera. It's just here, as you can see. It's working. I'm currently producing a big plate for it to be mounted here. So this is working, and when I switch back, it will show the ECAS again. So then we have two ASP panels. This one is from CP Flight. It's only a dummy right now. This one is an OEM unit. This is also not hooked up yet because it's quite hard to interface these models. And to be honest, we have the intercom system here. We control everything via this button. There's an FSX dual unit behind, so we are able to use real aviation headsets in our simulator, and that is good enough for us. Then we have the weather radar panel here. It is a real unit. We hooked it up to an Leo Botner card, so it's working like 100%. Then for the nav panels, we are still using Flightech Solutions nav panels. We already have one nav panel, but this one is currently at a friend's home where he's replacing the old voltage supply by 115 volts, 400 hertz to 28 volts. Over here we have the transponder. This one is also a real transponder, and it's working in our sim. It's hooked up to the serial bytes card by Robert Prather in the US. Great guy, very nice support over there. Thank you very much for everything where you helped us. The radios are working fine, very nice to have real working comms in there. Yeah, it's a nice addition to the simulator. Over here we have a real printer. We changed the printer itself in it to a thermal printer from like a supermarket where you buy your stuff. It's working really well. Paper will come out here. They are just recognized as a normal printer in Windows, and then you can assign it to work with ProSim. Okay, cockpit door panel is only thing is working is the light when the door is closed, so the light will go on. We still need to figure out if we want to hook up this switch to our cockpit door. I mean, it would be possible because we already have a working entering system over here. So now you can enter, and now it's already locked again. So we might hook that up to the door. I don't know. Fire panel itself, this one is the oldest panel in our simulator. Was produced in 1986, and it's still working quite good. You can still use it like 100%. Everything works. The handle are locked, so you can only pull them when they're illuminated in case of a fire. The throttle quadrant is a mixed unit from an original 737 throttle, which was totally gutted by the owner before. And then we were very lucky to find an CRE simulated throttle, which was completed, and they came with all the motors below. So with the speed brake actuator, the real one, with a big motor for each throttle and also for the trim wheels. I mean, this is a low speed, and let me just check if we can set the flaps, so then it would be higher speed once the flaps are set. The motors do work. Let me turn on the auto throttle and press toga. So they're working really smooth as well, and yeah, perfect. I don't know if the speed trim will work now. We are on the ground now, but they are getting faster when we are in the air, so they trim like a hell. Like, they're very, very fast. Yeah, speed brake, as I said, is the real actuator, so you will hear those screaming noise once the speed brake deploys. Really, really cool unit. Over here we have two Flytech Solution CDUs. There's not much to say about them. They are working quite good. They do everything they're supposed to do. They fit the OEM CDU bay, so there's not a problem with them. On the captain hand side, we have an older style 737 clock, which is fully working. We can time it here. We can also time it over here via this button. It has another timer for minutes over here. The clock works fine. Then continue. The whole MIP is an NG OEM. So all the panels they came from a Scandinavian 737-600, and everything over here is working as it's supposed to do. All the buttons, everything we can do. This test here, of course, all the annunciators are pressed to test. Over here, this one is one screen. This one is another screen. So we were able to install an RMI in it. Auto brake panel, of course, as well, is completely OEM. So you have to pull the knob out to turn it to max. Yeah, everything works over here. The use button is there, so no fuel is used. Of course, we are at the gate, so I just turned on the ground power and so on. So there is no fuel used right now. The flaps panel is for now a unit made by Mikey's Flytech, working really, really well. Let me just turn flaps 5. So they're working with stepper motors. It's a dual needle flap gauge and working pretty good. The gear lever came from a Classic. We just shortened it to have the correct measurement as the real NG, because the Classic had a longer gear handle. But the rest is NG. Over here you have NG OEM brake pressure panel, also a very hard one to find. Also working with the simulator. When I press the brakes, you will see there is some movement in it. And when I turn off the electrical hydraulics and then press few times the brakes, they will decrease. And let me set the parking brake. When I now turn on the hydraulics, it will rise again. Over here, same as on the other side, we have the clock, we have the panel completely working. We have air coming out of the vents once the packs are running. So there's a small motor from an old car behind, an old air blower, which just connects to a relay card, and then we are able to switch the motor on so that the air will blow through the tubes there. And yeah, this one, the whole simulator is inside a real 737 nose section from an old 737-500. So all the flight controls are OEM, they are all linked. We have dual rudders, and we are also able to crank the rudders. to adjust it to the pilot's length. So that is a really nice feature. Sorry. The glare shield is completely OEM, the frame, I mean. We have the real switches over here, so they work just like as they should. Really nice. You can see that they are OEM when I release the cap, so there's a big bulb in it. AFIS and MCP is from Cockpit Simulator, a very nice unit, working with ProSim, and no issue for now. Been using it for a couple of days now and everything is great. Sidewalls, we have a real, oh, he's a bit messy from the last flight, where Swiss001 visited us. Have a look out on his side, he's a funny guy making videos. They will see the oxygen, they're working. We just changed the tube and it's not hooked up yet because there was an air leak, but they are working. As you can see, it's the real, it's a bit dark in here. The real Aeros masks, they work, they are connected to air compressor, so they will work. Another nice feature about using an OEM shell, and once you found the windows, you're able to use them. And now it's locked, so you have to pull the little pin here, and then you can close it again. Trim over here, these two are pulled by ourselves, and this is the real trim. Okay, so let's continue with the overhead. The overhead is a mix of real panels and some replicas. Those replicas are the ones that are very hard to find. This is OEM fuel pump panel, working really well. Real panel over here with the real yaw damper switch connected. So once we turn off, I will leave these two. No, put them to off maybe. Then the yaw damper should jump. Let me check here. I don't know. I never checked it. But I only know when I turn off the IRS, then the yaw damper will switch. There it is. Over here we have a panel. The switches. Everything comes from a Classic, but the back plate here, where those two gauges would be in the Classic, this is laser cutted by ourselves. So this one is it works just like the rear unit, so it's only the back plate which is not OEM. This one is an replica, also with rear correas, wheel switches, but the back plate, the light plate is not OEM. Same as this one. The battery panel, it's a very good unit, made in Turkey, and they are completely working. Let me just turn it to test and then hit the maintenance button. So there you will see it will go through the maintenance mode. And once it's doing that, let's continue over here. So we have a real window heat panel, very hard to find. These are all real panels. There it is, no false storage. So now I can tune in back to the readouts, and then we can, for example, check the ground power. There it is. Rear gauges over here, they are equipped with an RC servo, so a small motor which runs them. They are working really good. Now let me switch the seats so I could explain you a little bit better the FO hand side. So the this one is also a replica. It's almost impossible to find a real unit on the market, so this one is just okay for us. So it's working really well. It's identical to the OEM ones. It feels the same. Backlight is the same. It's fully working. When I put it to manual and close the outflow valve, then it will start to close. As you can see, when I put it back to auto, we will get a short warning, and then it will just go back to the fully opened position. Over here, let me just for the demonstration put on the ground air. So we know the packs are operating. We have a dual needle gauge in there. When I close it now, you will see the needles start to move in opposite directions. And there you can already hear the ground air, the air coming out. Maybe you hear it on the speakers. And over here we have also very hard to find unit. Let me turn on the APU bleed and the packs for better audio control. Very nice unit over here, the trim air panel. We hooked it up, so this one is completely OEM, and we hooked it up with a transmitter to be able to see the real temperature in different kind of positions in our room. So we have like, let me count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 temperature sensors installed. The forward one is the cockpit sensor, so we have around 16 degrees temperature in here. In the cabin behind us, there's way colder because we just have a small heater there running for the cockpit, and it's winter in Germany. You will also see that when I turn it to this position. This is the outside temperature, so it's around 0 degrees right now. It's very cold in Germany. But in the cockpit it's quite warm. It's very cool temperature, very enjoyable. And on the aft panel we have some panels working. We have, for example, the evacuation panel, which is working. The leading edge flap panel worked completely, so let me pull the flaps again, then you will see it. Put it to 5, then let's wait a few seconds and then it will start to do its magic. There it is, very cool. As I said, the RS panel is completely working. This one is not hooked up yet. This one is also a dummy, but it's also a real unit from a very old 727. The oxygen gauge is working, so we are good with the oxygen. The stall warning works. So it's shaking now. And these are just to fill some gaps. The seats are from an A300 or a 747 Classic. They are not the real ones for the 7.3. We ordered them, but they are still in progress to finally arrive. Looking very forward to this moment when we have real seats in here. We have, of course, the jump seat over there. We have in the whole cockpit are real lights installed, so they are also very cool. This one came from a 747. We can turn it on, turn it down or up, and we can also increase the zoom of it. So I'm able to just add a small dot on the yoke, or I can make it even bigger and display it all around the cockpit. Tiller over there. Oh, there's another airplane joining us. Tiller is completely self-built. The handle itself, it's a real one, but the mechanism behind is built by ourselves, working really well. Of course, the right-hand side window still needs the real trim. It's just the classic trim right now. We have Huey lights installed here. They add a huge realism to the cockpit when you fly at different times of the day, so they adjust themselves to the outside light. And when you're, for example, taxi right next to a terminal, the terminal is on the right side and the runway on your left, then you will have a brighter light coming from this side because the terminal is brighter. Or when you're, for example, when you're flying in a thunderstorm and what was the word for it? Well, lightning strike is close, then the whole cockpit will be bright as in daylight for a short amount of time. It's very cool, very realistic and it makes more fun to fly in bad weather with these guys here. Yeah, what else do we got? We have as well the whole the cockpit door here, as I mentioned earlier, bulletproof one, so there's no entry once the door is closed. We have a small galley over here, and then we have a cabin behind which we are still working. The camera just froze again, so there's a live stream with this camera here, but it's a cheap camera. We need to exchange it, so then you will get a nice live stream. Here you can still see the both FMCs. Not working perfectly right now, but yeah, we are also checking if it's possible to have a window view out there. We also have some small items like this, and of course you just saw it, only the no smoking light is on. So yeah, we try to get everything working in the simulator. I guess the progress on the last 5 years is very good, but we still need to do some work on the cockpit. Over here there's a liner missing, we still need to find that. Yeah, but it's flyable, so there's not a problem to fly this unit, fly this plane from A to B without using any keyboard or mouse inputs. It's working. I can also turn on the light test, so there you will see everything lights up. Yeah, so I hope this video was informational for you. You learned something today. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot a comment below, and hope to see you guys on the next few videos when we're back in the air. See you, bye.